Hey everybody, welcome back to Mark the Point. Today we are going to be doing a jackpot style craps strategy. Jackpot. This is when you go to the casino, you hear all the little dings and the whistles and noises of the slots. You hear jackpot or you have all the nice sounds. Well, this is crap. So you don't have all those digital sounds and the sound of music and the lights. However, you can play a jackpot style to where when you actually roll some dice, you can get a jackpot win. Now, let me show you how the jackpot wins work at craps. Okay, so we know that the 6 and 8 are two of the most predominant numbers to roll on the dice. Remember, the 7 has the most combinations of any dice. There's 6 ways to roll it. There's 5 ways to roll the 6. There's 5 ways to roll the 8. If you bet them together and if you reduce them together, then that's 10 combinations of the dice that can be rolled in your favor and you can make money. There's also hard ways. Hard ways pay great. They pay 9 to 1 for the 6 and 8 and 7 to 1 for the 4 and 10. In this case, we're only going to be working with the 6 and 8 and how we can bet those bets and make great bonus jackpot money. Okay. All right. Here's what we're going to do. Remember, I'm going to show you this at a higher bankroll. I'm going to show you at this at a little bit higher bets. Everything can be scaled down. It doesn't matter if it's a $5, $10, $20, whatever style bet you want to bet, it's fine. I'm going to show this at a black chip level because I love playing the 6 and 8 at black chip levels because they pay black chips. And I love playing the hard ways because it pays great black chips or multiple greens, however you want to pay it out. All right, let me show you what we're going to do here. We're going to start off with a $2,000 bankroll. Again, I'm going to say it one more time. You can play this at any level, okay? If you want to stay this down at a quarter level, you can. If you want to do this at a $60 level, you can. But this is also going to put in a regression. I'm going to show you how to regress these bets to where we can still make great money. Okay. The 6 and 8 are currently at $120 each. 120 and 120. Okay. We're at a $25 level on the 6 and $25 level on the hard 8. That's my hard ways. This is my initial or base setup. Okay. We are going to wait for the point to be established before we make any bets. Personally, when I'm playing at the tables, I like my hard ways working on the come out roll because the 6 and 8 like to come out when the come out rolls for some reason on the hard ways. I love working on the come out, but for this video in particular, I'm going to keep it off. I'm going to keep all my bets off when the puck is off, and I'm going to turn them on when the puck is on. Okay, here we go. All right, let's start with the 6. If I get a hit on the 6, 120 will pay me 140. But now let's call it an easy 6. Let's say it's a 5-1-6. That means I'm going to lose my hard way. Okay, your hard ways stay until an easy way is rolled or a 7 is rolled. They will stay stay up there as that bet. But the 120 bet will pay me 140. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace my hard way, go back up for the hard 6. I'm going to put this $115 back into my rack. And then I'm actually going to pull down the 6. Okay, I'm going to pull down the 6 and I'm going to split the 6 and 8, which means I'm going to take all the money from the 8 and I'm going to evenly distribute that $120 to make it $60 each on the 6 and 8. Okay, so again, I've gotten a hit. I've replaced my hard way and I've pulled down one of my numbers, whether it's a 6 or the 8, it doesn't matter. And then I've split them. Now, my initial setup was $290. Okay. That's how much I started out with. I haven't quite gotten all my money back, but I've gotten $235 back into my rack, if you want to call this into your rack, as part of my initial investment. I've still got some great bets out here with the hard ways. Now, when we talk about jackpot craps, we're hoping that the hard ways hit and we're going to nail them. Okay. All right. So here's what we're going to do. If we get a hit, we're just going to collect. Okay. Let's just say another way. Let's say another easy way hits. We're going to lose the 6 again, but now 60 will pay me 70. I'm going to replace my hard way and I'm going to collect. Okay. Once I've collected at least 1 or 2 times and gotten that money back into my rack, then I can start pressing up my 6. The goal here is you want to press these up and press your hard ways up. You want to let your box numbers or your place bets feed your hard ways. That's the goal. place bets, feed the hardways. If I get another 6, remember that 60 will pay me 70. I'm going to go up to a $90 bet, and I'm going to lose the hardway, and I'm going to replace it back. Now, the next time, once it's at a $90 bet, again, wait until you get to the $90 bet to do this, because then you can generate more money. Now you're at a $105 payout. 90 pays 105. I'm going to lose my easy way. But what I can do is I can now go out for $50, not pressing it up again, and now I'm putting back into my rack $55. So again, wait until you get the payment of the $90 before you press up this bet. Now let's talk about the hard ways and how they pay out. Now remember a while ago, I said the bonus or the jackpot of craps is hitting the hard ways, because let me show you what happens. We're going to start with the hard 8 because the hard 6 is already pressed up. Maybe I can show you that one in a second. But if a hard 8 hits, the first thing it'll do is pay out your place bet, which is 60 will pay you 70. Okay, that's going to come to your rack. You can press it whenever you want to. But if it's a hardway hit, that $25 pays you 9 to 1. In this case, it'll pay you $225. It'll pay you $225 for your hardway hit. Now, what I like to do, as Mark the Point, I love the hardway parlay. Now, I'm not going to parlay $250 or $225, but what I do is I can take that up to a $120 bet. I can collect that $150, and if you want to press the 8 at any point in time, you can, but you could also just take that money back into the rack as well. Any way you want to do it, that's fine. Now, once you get up to this $90 bet, it works out great on the hardways if you hit the hardways, because first of all, they'll pay this bet, which happens to be 105. Okay, we'll pay it as 105, right? And if it happens to hit the hard 6, that's now at a $50 level, which pays you $450. That's $450 plus your $100 bet. That's over $500, guys. That's a purple chip coming back to your rack at a $50 level if you're able to press it up. All right, guys, I'm going to show you how this rolls out. I am going to have a disclosure here. The hardways does not always hit. The 6 and 8, you have a $120 bet on each. That's $240 on the 6 and 8. There's a lot of risk to the system. If you do not get the 6 and 8 hits to be able to get that regression, you can absolutely lose money. Okay, so you're banking on a hard way to hit. Of course, that's the premier side of it, but there are downsides if you do not get that hit on the home. First of all, if you do not get a 6 or 8 hit on that sequence, or if you do not get a hard way hit, that's also a detriment to your bankroll if you're not able to get multiples throughout that session. All right, guys, we are going to roll this out. We're going to see how we do. If we can make this money on some jackpot craps, let's roll it out. Let's see how we do. Let's go. All right, guys, we're going to roll this out and see how we do. Again, our point is off. We're going to get a point established. I am starting with $2,000. You can do this at smaller levels if you'd like to. You do not have to play with $2,000 to play the system, okay? All right, that's going to be a hard 10. Let's mark the point down there on the end. Then we're going to drop down $120 each for the 6 and 8. So I'm going to drop down $150. They'll give me $10 change. So that'll make the 6 and 8 both look like $120 each. Okay, and then remember our hard ways. We're going to go $25 each on the hard ways, on the hard 6 and the hard 8, and we're ready to roll, guys. Here we go. And there's how about that back-to-back hard 10s. That does not help me out, but that is the point. Let's go ahead and turn it off. Remember what I said. Our bets are off when the puck is off, so no worries there. All right, that's going to be the 5-2-7, which is a great time to roll it when the puck is off. All right. All right, it's going to be the 6-3-9. That is the sensor field 9. Let's mark the point on the 9, and let's see if we can get a 6 or 8 hit. And that's going to be a 1-2-3. Craps 3 is right on the edge. Still no help to me. Oh, I hit a chip. That's all right. It's still going to be the 6-3-9. That is the point. Let's turn off the point. All right. Again, our bets are off, and that's going to be a 5-3-8. The 5-3-8. Let's mark the point on the 8. Again, no payment. Bets are off. All right, let's go. And that's a 6-5 win. Okay, we got our first payment. That's great. Remember, that 120 will pay me 140. Okay. Now it is an easy 6. That means I'm going to lose this bet. I'm going to replace it back. And now I'm going to take this bet back to my rack. Now I'm going to regress. Let's just call it the 8. I'm going to pull down the 8. And I'm going to split the 6 and 8 and make them both $60 each. All right. So I've done a little regression there. And now my 8 is still the point. I'm looking for a hard way. And that's going to be the hard 4. Again, looking for a 6 or an 8. And that's another easy 6 to 5-1. Okay. So we're going to lose our 30 or $25. It is going to pay me 70. Okay. 60 will pay me 70. And what I'm going to do is I'm not going to build this thing up yet. I want to get 1 or 2 hits before I do. I'm going to replace my Hardway and put that $45 back into the rack, just like that. Okay. And there's a 3-1-4, Big Joe, no help. There's a Yo 11, Mid-Mo Chiro, still no help. And there's a 9-6-3, looking for a 6, looking for an 8, particularly the hard ways. And there's a hard 6, beautiful. That's exactly what we're looking for, okay? So here's what's going to happen. This 60 will pay you 70, okay? That's bank. Now, the 6 here will pay you $225, so $225. And again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this down. I'll make it look like 100. That's my jackpot. The first part is to get the hit, which is great. But I want the big hit. I want the jackpot hit where it hits at $100. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull all this back. We still have $220 coming back to our rack off of that hit, which is absolutely great. And all this is going to come back to the rack. And there we go. All right, let's go, shooter. Let's see if we can hit that hard 6 again. That'd be nice, right? No, that is the 4-3-7. But that's okay. We got out the hand. We got some money out of it. That's the goal, right? Get some money, get a couple hits, regress. And again, try to hit a hard way if we can to get some money generated back into our rack. Let's turn off the puck and let's get another shot. Here we go. All right, it's going to be the easy 6. That's a 4-2. Let's mark the point on the 6. And we're going to drop down again another $120 for the 6 and 8. So we got some reds here. So 120 for the 6 and 8. And then we'll drop down 2 green chips for the hard 6 and hard 8. And we are ready to roll. Looking for a 6 or 8. Looking for a hard way. And that's going to be the easy 6, the 4-2. That is our point. I'm going to turn it off. Again, that's going to pay me 140. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my hard way back. I'm going to replace it. I'm going to put the black chip back into the rack. I'm going to pull down the place bet of the 8. I'm going to split the 6 and 8. Remember, the dealer knows how to do all this. Just tell them, pull down my 8, split my 6 and 8, and they'll know exactly what you're doing. Once you've done it once or twice, they'll do it like clockwork. They know exactly what you're doing. All right, guys, here we go. All right, that's going to be a 6-1-7. That is on the come out roll. Remember, my bets are off on the come out roll. And that's a 5-3-8. Let's mark the point on the 8. All right, here we go. That's the easy 8, 6-2, right back on the point. Okay, see if I can get that thing to come around. 6-2. Okay, that's going to pay me $70. All right, $70. I've already got a couple hits out of it, so I want to show you how this thing can work if it's pressed up a little bit. So what we can do is we can go ahead and press this thing up to a $90 bet. Okay, that goes to a 90. We're going to lose our easy way. We're going to replace it and put some money back into the rack just like that. Okay, grab some more reds. There's our point. Let's go ahead and turn it off. So we got a $90 bet and a $60 bet. All right, puck is off. And that's going to be the 5. That is the pair in the tray, the waitress. And here we go. And that's going to be a 9-5-4 center field. Flip them upside down. And how about that? Another hard 6. Exactly what we're looking for, right? A hard 6. Remember, that's going to pay me $70 as the place bet. Okay, and now that'll pay me $225 as my hard way. Okay, so I'm going to pull this down. I'm going to make it look like 100. And I'm going to pull all this back to the rack. If I want to press up my 6, I can because I'm already out the hand now. But you know what? I'm going to kind of keep it where I'm going to collect a little bit as I go. Just because it never hurts to collect the money as you go, guys. Absolutely. All right, so here we go. Let's keep it going. And there's a hard 8 back-to-back hard ways. Check us out. Beautiful, right? Now, that's a $90 bet. That's going to pay me $105, okay? In this case, we wish it would have been up to a $50 bet already, but it's not. But that 25 will pay me $225, okay? I'm going to pull these bets back. I'm gonna make it look like a black chip, and I'm gonna pull all this back to the rack, okay? But now what's gonna happen is if I get another easy way, let's just say I knock off one of my hardway bets, if that happens, now I'm gonna go back out there for $50 rather than 25 because this is pressed up. All right, and here we go. Let's go, shooter. That's gonna be the 1, 2, 3, craps 3, no help. And there's an easy 6. So there we go. An easy 6. Okay, so now we are going to lose our hard way. Again, that's not $100. That's okay. That's your bonus. You're looking for the big side here. Now that 6 will pay me 70. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and press this up this time. Make it look like 90, just like the last one. Okay. I'm still got there for 25 because I haven't hit that $90 hit yet. I want to get the $90 hit before I go up to 50. Okay. And chop the dice out my hand. Come on, shooter. And there's an easy 8. So we do not get either one of the $100 hits. That's okay. That's part of it, guys. Again, you're looking for the bonus, looking for that jackpot is what you're looking for. 8 will pay me 105. Okay. That will pay me 105. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back out there for 50. So now I have 50 on my hard ways, and I'm pulling 50 back. I'm going to grab some greens here. That is $500. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put this back into the rack. Give myself a little bit of change here. All right, let's go, shooter. All right, that's aces. That's the dots in both places. No help to me. And that's a 5, 1, 6. Okay, easy 6. Perfect. Again, I'm at a $90 bet, so I'm going to lose this bet here. It'll pay me 105. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go out there for 50 now. Put this back into the rack. Again, I've already pressed up as high as I'm going to go. If you want to go up higher, you can. It's totally up to you. But I suggest just wait on the big bet. Wait on the hard 6, the hard ways to come. If they come, they come. And guess what? That one just came. That is another hard 6. As I was talking, as I was throwing, that's when they come, guys. When you're totally unexpected. Now that $50 bet will pay me. Let's play the pace bets first. That's going to pay me 105. I'm going to give it black chip. That'll pay me 105. Now this hard 6 will pay me $450. Remember, it pays you 9 to 1. That's $450, just like that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stack it up, make it look like a $100 bet, and guess what? I'm bringing back 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 quarters. $500 back to the rack, even with me pressing it up. Put all those black chips in there. Again, this is a nice winning system. I love it. All right, and here we go. Let's keep it going. That's going to be boxcars 12. No help to me. And there's the 437. You know what? It had to come at some point in time, right? We got a couple really nice hits, which I'm totally okay with. Okay. That's all right. Look at there. Nice run. Got a couple of hardway hits in there. Had one bet up to $100, which is nice. And let's go ahead and roll this out again. Here we go. That is a 437. Remember, our bets are off. We don't have any bets out there right now, but we are not placing our bets on the come out. And that's a 549. Okay. Mark the point on the 9. Let's go back out there. Okay. For let's do it 120. Grab our red chips here and red chips here to make it look like 120. Perfect, just like that. Okay, and we are ready to roll. Let's go, shooter. And that's going to be back on the point. That is the 639. Remember, you have all pure vulnerability right now. If you do not get a 6 or an 8, you do lose this money. So make sure you understand that. You have to get a hit to be able to regress down to limit your exposure, okay? That's going to be a 6, 4-2. Come on, shooter. And there's another hard way. The hard 6 is hot today. Hot, hot, hot. Now that is going to pay me. That's actually a perfect scenario because I'm still at the $100 bet. That'll pay me 140 on the hard 6 here, on the place bet 6, and then that'll pay me 225 on the hard way. I'm going to make it look like 100. Okay, I'm going to pull all this back, and now I have a great bet, almost $300 coming back to my rack, just like that, because it was already pressed up. And what I'm going to do is I'm also going to regress this down. I'm going to pull my red chips back. I'm going to make this look like $60 on the 6 and 8, just like that. Okay, beautiful. Check us out, guys. All right, and here we go. That was the point. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. And it's going to be on the 9, the 6-3, okay? Come on, shooter. And there's a 5, the 3-2. No help to me. And there's a 4-3-7. You know what? That's okay. We're going to continue with this. I love it. I love it. You can make some really, really good money with this system. We're going to do this one more time. This will probably be the last shooter. Let's go pull all this back. This will be the last shooter. Let's turn the puck off. And here we go. And that is going to be the easy 8, the 6-2. Let's mark the point on the 8. Let's drop down, right? 120 for each of these. And let's drop down the hardways and the 6 and 8, which has done really well for us so far. And here we go. All right, it's going to be a Yo 11 mid-mo Chiro. No help to me. And there's an easy 8. Okay, that's all right. That's all right. We're going to lose our hardway, but they'll still pay us 140. Okay, pays us 140. I'm going to take that bet, go back. I'm going to pull this hardway, or pull the place bets back as well. I'm going to split the 6 and 8. Boom, just like that. All right, that was the point. So let's go and turn the point off. All of our bets are off. And there's a hardway. That's okay. Our bets are off. That's part of it, right? That's why I personally like to work them, but it happens all the time one way or another. It's not like it just happens here. All right, that is an easy 6. That will pay me 70. Okay, I'm going to lose my hardway. I'm going to go ahead and replace it back and put the rest of this back into the rack. Just like that. Okay. Here we go. And there's the 2-2. That is the hard 4. And there's the 6-1-7. That's all right. We get out the hand. That was the goal. Get out the hand, or not really out here, but we regressed a lot of our bets. That way we did not have too much exposure out there. Not quite out the hand, of course. Okay, let's go ahead and pull these bets back. Let's turn the point off. Let's see how we did, what kind of money we made. I do see that we are in profit, which is really, really nice. Again, part of that is due to the hard ways. Getting those bets out there, right? Okay, let's show you here. We started with $2,000. This should be $2,000, but I'll still count it out. That is 500, 1,000, 500, 1,000. So this is our initial bank roll, our initial starting bank roll of $2,000. That means everything you see here is all profit, okay? Let's see what we got here. It's 500, 8. That's 9. That's 1,000. 1, 2. It should be 100. That's 300. That's 325. That's 350, 375. $1,385 profit. Guys, I'll take that all day long. Again, just starting with the 6 and 8, only playing the 6 and 8, and playing the hard ways. This could also be a system that you play with your spouse or with your buddy or with your partner that says you play the 6 and 8, I'll play the outsides, or vice versa. That way you get the whole bets played for. And that's a good way of doing it, guys. I'll roll out crap strategies like this every single week. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. It really does help. I'm only a few away from 10,000, which is a huge goal of mine. All right, guys, I hope you've enjoyed the content. Until next time, mark the point and stay awesome.